Hi there, friends. It's Leah. I'm going live just a minute early because I got a little bit of a weird error message when I connected it. So I want to make sure that this is all working here. So I went live a little bit early. I'm going to verify and make sure that it starts. There we go. Okay, we're totally fine. I just did not want to. Hold on. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't going to have any problems. So we are good. And yay. All right, still waiting on my phone. Hi, friends. Let's do a little refresh here. Thank you, Heather, for letting me know. Heather gave me the thumbs up that it looks good as well. It's really weird. It was normally when you get everything all hooked up and ready to go, it goes right to the link, and the link gave me like an error message. So really strange. It's not pulling up on my phone. There we go. Just needed to give it a little refresh. All right, we are good to go and ready. All right. Well, welcome to today's Tuesday Live. I am excited to be here with you guys today. I'm just getting all of my screens set up and in the way that I like them to look for this. So welcome. Heather is moderating in the comments today for me. So she'll be the one chatting with you and missing all of the stuff I missed because I'm not inevitably once I start crafting, I just don't see everything as I don't see as much as it comes through. So I do my best to catch what I can, answer what questions that I can, but I do miss some things. So Heather is really good about catching most of the stuff I miss. If we both miss it, sometimes comments just fly, and that's all. So feel free to re-ask if we missed your question, or if you are hanging out with us in the live chat, um, feel free to answer the question if you know it. So before we get going, we're going to make a fun get well card today with our Get Well Soon product that released in January. So not too long ago. So I'm excited for that as well. But before we get going, we do give away a $15 gift card code at the end of every live. So all you have to do is what you're already currently doing. Just chat with us in the live chat. And every comment is basically an entry into the giveaway. Now, something that is not in the live chat is underneath here for an extra entry. There's a little button that has an arrow and it says share. If you click on that button and share this video somewhere, there's different places you can share. You could share directly to your own personal Facebook page. You could share to your Instagram stories if you wanted. You could share if you have like a crafty message or DM or WhatsApp chat, you could share directly in there. And finally, you can share in a Facebook crafting group, but just make sure that it follows the rules. There are some that don't like that. So make sure you know the rules of your favorite crafting groups. And if it's allowed, go ahead and share there. Come back into the live chat. Let us know you shared. That's an extra entry into winning the $15 gift card code. And Heather will pick that winner randomly at the end of the live. Now, not an extra entry, but something we really appreciate is if you can give the video a thumbs up. That helps the videos reach both now and on replay. And hopefully we'll find some people that haven't heard of Pinkfresh Studio or some people that are new to crafting to join us in our crafting fun. If you are new to Pinkfresh Studio or just our live streams, welcome. We're so happy that you're here and we hope that you enjoy what you see and you'll keep coming back. Okay, I think I've gone over all of the logistics. So yes, we're going to do a card full of rose gold today. I've got the rose gold glitter paper. We're going to do rose gold heat embossing, which I do need to grab the embossing powder. I forgot that. So we're going to be using cherry blossom, which I think goes really well with our rose gold. So yeah, we're just going to go crazy with rose gold today. Oh, welcome, crafty girls. I'm seeing you are here for your first live stream with us. So I'm glad that you found us and welcome. I hope you'll keep coming back for more. All right. I think I've got, oh, a couple more things before we go over it. If you want to join Heather and I on Friday for our March craft along, that last minute registration is open. I put a link in the video description. So if you want to join us on Friday, it's only $10 to register. And what that gives you is access to the Zoom meeting once it's open on Friday, and then a project PDF with photos and all of the instructions for creating our cards. We'll create two cards together on Friday evening. So um, last minute registration is open for that. So that you can find that link in the video description. And also registration for our August Create and Connect card making event. Now this is the big one. This is the 2-day card making event. You get the big kit of product as well. So registration is also open for that August event as well. I put both links in the video description, as well as a complete supply list for the card I'm creating today. Now I think I've gone over everything. So let's go ahead, flip our camera, and let's get going on today's card. All right, so let me grab the set we're going to use today. And all right, I'm just waiting for this to flip around. While I'm waiting for everything to catch up, I'm going to go ahead and grab my rose gold embossing powder. So I'll be right back. Of course, there's always something when you're prepping, there's always something that you forgot. You know, Roxanne, it was really slow to transition. I thought it froze for a minute as well, but I think it's just being a little extra slow today. So this product suite released in January. We haven't done a Get Well themed set, and nor have we done like this fun tea themed. We do a lot of flowers, but we thought that this cute little whimsical tea theme was really, really fun. So very excited to use this today. So you've got the stamp, and of course, all of the images are aligned or merged onto one stamp, so they align easily with the coordinating layering stencils, and then of course the coordinating one-piece die to cut it all out. I am going to go ahead and grab my stamping platform, and we are going to get going. So I like this image is pretty long. It is skinny enough to fit on a 4¼ inch width, but it's a little bit longer. And while I do think it technically fits on an A2 sized panel, I like to have some places to put my magnets. So I'm doing, I think this is 4¼ by 6½. So it's a little bit, it's probably a little bit excessively uh, in length, but it just gives me some area so I have some room to set my magnets down, which I do like. Oh goodness, knocks things over here. Let's push that back. All right, so let's grab that. We are going to treat our cardstock panel with some anti-static powder because I do plan on heat embossing this. And so I only want that embossing powder to stick to the stamped outline. So this will help that. So happy to hear lots of you have already signed up for our August Create and Connect event. That is awesome. It's going to be such a good time. And lots of amazing instructors. Of course, you've got Heather and I. And then in August, Spellbinders is joining us as the guest company, and the lovely Kim Kesty will be teaching on their behalf. And then we have Jennifer McGuire, Christina Werner, and Dawn. I need to ask her how to say her last name. Holslagel, I probably totally butchered that. I need to get on a call with her and ask her exactly how to pronounce her last name so that I don't butcher that in the actual event. We are very excited. So I'm happy to hear that many of you have registered, and hopefully many more of you will be able to as well. Okay, so one, am a very light stamper. Two, I think anti-static powder really dries out your cardstock. And so that first initial stamping impression, I think really kind of soaks in to the cardstock. So I like to stamp my embossing outlines 2 to 3 times, just depends. And I think we're looking good, but I think I'm going to stamp just one more time for good measure, just to make sure. Be there with bells on. That's so cute. Oh, love to hear, Lee, that you are joining us for Craft Along this Friday as well. Gonna be fun. Okay, I think we're good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set this guy aside. Did I grab some cardstock? We'll just use this little order form here. And let's see. Let's hope we got good coverage on our stamp impression here. Oh goodness. Knocking everything over here. Oh yeah, that's good. Thankfully I had that paper there. Sheesh. All right. Really good impression. Let's go ahead and clean this up real quick. Hmm. All right, I'm going to heat set this. So Zoom is going to mute me while I do that because it's a loud noise. So if it goes a little silent, I will be back once I'm done heat embossing. Right. I think we got that all heat embossed. Gonna let it cool here. Like catch up on some questions. Where'd that go? Oh, we need to sign up for all the things button. That is hilarious. Wouldn't that be awesome if that could be possible? Unfortunately, we have to have things separate. So there is the lovely rose gold panel. I never feel like my camera shows off the shine very well, but I think you all know that heat embossing is shiny and lovely. All right, let me see. I think this will fit on my grip mat here. I really like using grip mat, especially when I heat emboss, because it is sticky enough that it almost helps smooth out the warping that you get. I mean, it's not perfect, but I feel like it really helps a lot to help with that warping that you get when you heat emboss. Hi, Rita. Happy you're here too. Hi, friends. Welcome to everybody just joining us. We're glad you're here. So far, I've really only heat embossed the image, so you haven't missed much. But of course, the replay will be available right after we end the live today. Okay, let me grab my ink stands, because I did forget to grab those. And I need stencils. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my little pack of small brushes here because we've got multiple colors that I'm going to be using in the stencils. And so I want to have a little bit more ability to ink blend each section in different colors. Now, I may reinforce this with a little bit of tape because I have so little on each edge. And I think I just really want to make sure that this isn't going to move on me, but I think I did shift it. So let's do that one more time. Audrey, I've had this forever. I don't even think they make it anymore, but it's rose gold metallic embossing powder. Honest truth, I think it's the same embossing powder that Lawn Fawn has. I think it's the same rose gold, or it's at least very similar. Um, so that is the rose gold embossing powder that I used. All right, we are going to be using lemon whip, ballet slipper, and dough on this one. I'll do the dough probably last. Um, Actually, I may do a little bit of ocean breeze on the little steam bubble as well. I'm not even sure I'm going to use all of the elements today, honestly, but I figure I will at least get them blended in so that I can use them on a different card, or if I want to use them today, I have the option. I have a feeling I'm just going to use the teapot, the teacup, and the little slice of lemon, but I truly don't know. So we're going to blend in all of the pieces and just at least have them available. So I'm starting with Ballet Slipper. Ballet Slipper is extremely light pink, so it may not even show up very much right now on camera. And I am going to blend in the teapot pieces and the teacup pieces, but I'm going to avoid the little tag. I want to keep that tag white. So I don't think I think because I'm using my smaller brushes, pardon me, not blushes, brushes. Um, I think that I will be able to avoid that tag. Now, if you want it to be pink, you could absolutely have your little T tag be pink, of course. Okay, I am feeling good about those. So I'm going to go ahead, since I have more colors that I know I want to use, I'm going to just move things along here. All right, we are going to do lemon whip next on the lemon. I'm going to keep this one fairly light as I can. Lemons, or excuse me, yellow is not always the easiest to blend super light. But I know that there is another layer of lemons that I'm going to blend a little deeper. So there is that layer. I mean, I technically am using an ink dough, but they spelled it wrong. That is kind of funny. All right, on dough, so more like dough the deer, I'm going to use the dough color on the little honey dropper. Get a little wooden dropper there. All right. Then finally, this is the one that has the most color. I could be wrong. Finally, we're going to switch on over to Ocean Breeze, and we are going to do, oh goodness, grabbing all my things here. We are going to do the little steam bubble. I am going to wipe down dough. I do not want to get brown ink on my hands. I do love the grip mat. I think Heather think is the consent. It's the jury's still out for Heather on the grip mat. I think she likes to move her image a little bit more. I kind of like mine to stay stationary. So grip mats are kind of perfect for that. Um, I do like it, especially for heat embossed images, though. It really does help me uh, get up rid of that warping, and I do think it helps make your stencils align a little bit easier as well. That's funny. I'll just keep saying the word dough, and I'm just gonna make the closed captioning for YouTube just keep spelling things wrong. Do they not understand that there are multiple spellings of the word dough? All right. I think that's good for the cute little steam bubble. And we are officially done with stencil number 1. Our little scene is coming together quite well. Hopefully you can see the little bit of ballet slipper in there. Super fun. It looks like we've got another sign up, so that's exciting. Goodness. Ocean breeze ink all over me. Okay, so for this guy, we're only gonna use two colors. Look at that. So we're getting these lined up. Oh, maybe three colors. I think I lied. Okay, so we are going to see, come back to ballet slipper really quick because I am going to blend the inner part of the cup. This is not centered very well. I'm going to blend the inner part of the cup with the ballet slipper just to match the rest of the kind of actual teacup area. Okay, like that. So let's go ahead now and grab sweet mustard. And we are going to blend in the lemon and the honey. Okay, let's see. Isn't this a cute set? It's so whimsical and sweet. And it's a little different than some of the things that we typically release, which is kind of fun as well. All right, we got our lemon. Let's work on our honey here. So for the honey, I am trying to blend a little deeper at the base of the little honey dipper, and then blend it out to be a little bit lighter as we go out. And then I'm going to do the same on the big jar of honey. I don't think I'm going to use the big jar of honey today. I don't think I have room for it on the card design that I have in my head. But I can always use it in a future card. Ruth, glad you're joining us. We're good on the yellows there. That's a good little clean. Finally, I just got those little flowers on the teacup. And we are going to grab Cherry Blossom. Cherry Blossom is a little deeper tone than Ballet Slipper. And a little bit more kind of that coral tone, I guess. So I think it'll be a nice contrast, but not too different. Okay. All right, we are officially done with stencil number 2. Enjoy your cup of tea, Beth. All right, so let's grab stencil 3. And stencil 3, I think, is amazingly going to be one color. It's actually going to all be cherry blossom. So we're not going to have to do a million different colors on this stencil. Look through here. There we go. Right? I agree, Kathy. It is a little different from what we normally do, but it's fun. I think it's fun. It's nice to have some variety. So I think it's a fun little set. Okay, go clean. And yes, this whole stencil is going to be cherry blossoms. So this one will come together a little bit quicker. Right. Okay. Little details on the saucer. Definitely lots of fun details on this set too. And we'll get this cute little, whatever that's called, the little fabric cover blended in. Be a little deeper at the top of that one, and then trying to keep it a little bit lighter just to give it a little bit of differentiation, because I think that's really the only layer it has. Wipe this one clean. Well, thanks for sharing, Jane. That's awesome. I think I'm ripping my washi tape here. It's okay. only got one stencil left. It'll probably make it. And how cute is this turning out? So when I initially used this set, I did really dark blues and yellows. And so I decided to go completely opposite and do a little bit more of my pastel um, preference. And I think it's turning out super sweet, like super, super sweet. So I grabbed aquamarine, but I actually think I am going to stick with that same ocean breeze. So I'm going to make a little bit of a switch on this one. So aquamarine is linked as a color in my video description. I'll change that out afterwards and take it out because I think I'm just not going to use it today. I think I'm preferring that softer ocean breeze tone. All right. So finally, back to ocean breeze. I am not going to color in the little ribbon on here. I think I'm just going to leave it. So, but you totally could, or you could put a little glitter paste or anything in there, but I think I'm just going to leave it because one, I don't think I'm going to even use that piece. And two, I think I just like it as is. No, yes, tea and scones. That's cute. Yeah, I'm going to use one of the Get Well sentiments that's included on the stamp set for my card today, just so you guys can see it. But I think that these elements would look so adorable with, we have so many heartfelt friendship, thinking of you sentiments on our sets. And this is one that I really think could very easily be combined with so many of our sets out there. So, it's a good one. Thank you, Sherry. Appreciate that. Love to hear that. We're glad you love our layering stencils too. They're one of my favorite things, I think. Okay. This image is fully ink blended. We do have a background we need to complete, but let's take a look at this image. We're going to get new washi tape because I am just ripping it to shreds. Get that off my grip mat here. And here we have is really stuck on there. I just recently cleaned my grip mat, so it is extra grippy. I don't like to round my image out. But look at how fun that turned out, friends. I just love it. I think it's just soft and dreamy and so fun. Oh yeah, a jump pen would be fantastic in there. I actually even think a cute like a white gel pen, and so that could actually look like white twine. I think that would be really, really cute. I just have to get one because I don't use them often enough and they always tend to get clogged up. So I need to order a new white gel pen, but that would be really cute in there for sure. Okay, I will clean these stencils up a little, or after the live is over, I'm gonna go ahead and set them aside. But let's go ahead and ink blend our background. We're gonna do a nice patterned background using the new geometric tile stencil set. Now this was a stencil set from one of our events. I'm escaping me which event it was, but anyway, it's a 4-piece stencil set. And if you use them all together, you get this really nice geometric pattern. But the great thing about this set is you don't have to use them all. So I'm going to omit stencil 1 and 2. We're going to just create this fun two-tone pattern here. So we're just going to use stencils 2 and 3 today. So there are little alignment guides in each corner of this, which is what I'm using to align to that A2 size cardstock panel that I pre-cut. And then it just aligns nice and perfectly. I'm going to add just a little bit of reinforcement there. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad you like my color choices. All right, so for this guy, we are going to use Cherry Blossom. Bring in some of the colors from the first image. I'm going to go ahead and grab my bigger brush to get the initial blending of this, so it'll be a little bit quicker. I'll probably come in and add a little bit of depth and dimension with my smaller brush, but I want to get just a nice light base of cherry blossom on it first, and I think it'll go a little quicker with this bigger brush. Okay, this would also be really pretty with like a glitter paste or something like that. We do not have enough time to let glitter paste dry, so we're just gonna go with ink for the live. All right, we've got a good base. I'm going to grab my smaller brush now, and we're just gonna add a little bit of dimension to the middle. Well, we should use the smaller one to be a little more focused. That's okay. We'll just be a little bolder. Oh, happy to hear that, Joy. Enjoy. If you get the get well said, it's so cute. I think you'll be a happy camper once it arrives on your doorstep. Wendy's asking how I clean my grip mat. Actually, when Wendy, if I'm doing a quick clean, I actually just spritz it down with some isopropyl alcohol that I have on my desk, and then use like a damp cloth to buff it off. If I want a nice deep clean, I actually take it to my sink and wash it really well with like Dawn, so like just Dawn soap. All right, how pretty is that? I love how that turned out. All right, and we're gonna grab stencil 3. You could totally clean it with stamp cleaner as well. It is technically a stamp, at least the one I use is. Um, but because you're not using it for stamping, I think it doesn't, the alcohol for me hasn't affected it at all. So, and it does help get off kind of more stubborn, things that are on it as well. Right. Come on. But then we're going to grab Ocean Breeze. And we are going to blend in this background as well. Just grab my big brush here. Go a little quicker. Oh, thanks, AM. Yes, it does. If you find your grip mat isn't sticky, you got to give it a good wash. They kind of collect the fibers and such from your papers and, dust and stuff in the air when you're using it. So they definitely get unsticky pretty easily. You got to give them a good wash in order to bring them back to life. Well, happy to hear that. Kathy, I'm just not a good colorer in general, and like okay at watercolor, but it takes me forever. So stencils definitely make my crafting a little bit more efficient as well. Okay. And look at our soft little background. I think that this turned out super fun. You could go ahead and grab the other areas if you wanted to and add more. I'm actually kind of thinking I may. Yep, I am. I'm actually going to use this stencil and we're going to do it in that nice soft yellow and really bring in all of the colors. Just got to grab the right brush. So give me one sec. I wasn't planning on doing this, but now that I am seeing how cute that will look, I think I'm going to love this. Adding that little bit of yellow in. I'm going to try to keep this as light as I possibly can, but yellow can sometimes really get you. So if it gets a little bold, we'll be okay. But I do think adding this yellow is going to be a cute touch. And I think I did not align it very well, but that's okay. We'll just go with it. Have a great rest of your day, Audrey. All right, I think I did pretty good at keeping a nice light hand. However, I think I did a terrible job of aligning this, but that's okay. It still is pretty. I think it was maybe prettier before with just the two colors. Let me see what I think here. Oh no, that's actually nice. Right, we'll go with it. We'll keep it. I was tempted to go back to just the two layers, but that's okay. We're gonna leave it. And there we have our two pieces here. Hmm. You know what? I'm changing my mind. I think we have time. I apologize if I go over. I don't like actually how the yellow ended up turning out. So let's do this real quick. Let's just re-ink blend this really quickly with just the two colors. I should not have gone against my better judgment, but that's okay. Let's just do this again, and I'm just going to do it really quickly. I definitely I was trying to love the yellow, but I did not love the yellow. Maybe I can use that panel. And I also didn't like that I did not align it very well. I wasn't paying very close attention. Oh, goodness, Lee. If when you don't even want to know how many things I start over or I tear apart when I'm getting projects ready for like a release. I there are trust me, I am not I make plenty of mistakes or I make things that I make decisions that I think I'll like and then I end up hating. So no, you are not alone in that. Just so happens that today I did it live, but that is okay. I went against my better judgment. I knew I should just leave it at the two, but I didn't, and that's okay. Okay. Do that a little quickly. Try to make up a little time there. Great. There we go. So much better. Thanks, Roberta. So there is the yellow. I don't like that I didn't align it well. There it is without it. I like it so much better. Okay. Hi, Donna. Welcome. We are going to set those stencils aside. I have a lot of stencil cleaning to do when all is said and done here. All right, put that away. So here we have our pieces. We've got to do a little bit of die cutting. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to use the stitch rectangles on the background. And then of course, coordinating die for the get well soon. So let's start with that. So you got the nice one piece die. Grab some pieces of tape here. Just going to take my time to get it nice and aligned with that image. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Now with these bigger one piece dies, I do like to tape them down in a couple of areas just to make sure they don't shift when they go through my machine. All right, that should be good. So I will be right back once they're cut. Yeah, not wasting any cardstock, just flipped it over and started again. Oh, thank you, Vicky. That's kind of you. Appreciate hearing that. All right, got our little pieces all cut out here. And stamp the sentiment up there in that little extra piece. Connie, our next release is at the end of March on Monday. I think it's the 25th. And then let's grab the largest stitch rectangle and let's cut our panel out. Oh, okay, come on now. Don't move on me. Isn't the one piece die so nice, Wendy? Oh, it's so nice to not have to tape down a bazillion dies to cut out all of those images. We're definitely spoiled at Pinkfresh. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, Teresa, I think I do. Right there. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, then we've got our, oh, it did not cut right there on that corner. That's weird. That's okay. Just do a little snippy snip. There we go. Sure why it didn't cut. Maybe it got into a weird spot on my die cut machine. All right. Polly, so our next release is March. Is this okay? So this March release is, I'll give just one small little hint, and that is washi tape. We'll just go with that small little hint. Hopefully that's enough. Okay. I will actually still need this. I can go ahead and put away the stitched rectangles. So we've got all of our elements here. Let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment real quick. So that part's just done, and then we can start getting our card all assembled and ready to go. Got my little mini Misty here and the stamp set. And we'll just use this little extra piece here. And we are going to use the take time to rest and allow yourself to heal sentiment. I think that's such a nice sentiment. Of course, you can, oh, I'm doing that off camera. Sorry about that. But of course, like I mentioned, I think this set would look really lovely with lots of sentiments we carry. We have lots of those heartfelt friendship sentiments. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and detail black ink everywhere, friends. Let's try that again. I probably need to grab my cube, but I don't exactly know where it is right this second. So it's not readily available. So I'm just gonna go with the big one, but I made a mess of that and I don't want to have detailed black ink everywhere. All right. Linda, no, we are 100% our card making, nothing is changing at all with the card making side of our business. We are pausing scrapbooking for now in order to basically kind of rethink and reimagine and research what we want the scrapbooking side to look like. We're hoping it's not going to be a long pause, but we want that side of our business to be successful. And so we feel the need to pause it and really take stock on what we think will be the best thing to do going forward. But absolutely nothing is changing on the card making side. And it's re-ink my detail black. There we go. That's better. I don't think we've moved yet. I think we're moving at the end of this month. So what we've been doing is we've been having sales and like the moving scrapbook grab boxes to reduce inventory so there's less stuff to move. But I think we're moving at the end of this month. All right. So I think we're done with that sentiment. So let's go ahead and cut out the sentiment. I did go ahead and oopsies, I cut a few additional layers of the sentiment beforehand, just because I knew that since I was blending two panels and then I ended up blending one panel twice, I knew I was gonna need I was probably gonna be taking a bit of time. So I went ahead and redid that. Yes, I think that depends on your location a lot. Humidity levels vary from place to place. So that's why I prefer the double stamping method. And then I don't even really have to worry about that. Some places that are drier have a drier climate, it dries quicker. You can try to heat set it as well. Some humid climates, you may have to heat set it. So really, there's no exact science on that one, unfortunately. There we go. Get that nice and, oh, I'm doing that off camera. Sorry, guys. I feel like I must have moved my camera down. I feel like my angle's a little narrower than it typically is. Okay, there we go. So we got our sentiment set. I could probably cut something from that. We'll put that to the side. We'll put this guy to the way. All right, let's go ahead and grab our circles that I pre-cut, knowing that it's going to take me a little bit of time. So I used our fancy circles and I cut them out of our beautiful rose gold glitter cardstock. And they're going to help anchor my project. So that was the fancy circles die set. And I have a few card bases to choose from. All right, got all of our elements here. We need to stack and glue that. And I'm going to need some foam as well. Okay, first things first, let's stack our sentiment. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're loving the pastels. I'm a big pastel fan, so tends to be what a lot of my cards are. And I did not use this set with pastel colors the first time I used it when it released. So I'm happy to be getting a chance to do that. Glue on my mat there. Goodness. Tends to be where I get a little uh, quiet in the assembly process. So I'm like, I have 12 minutes to assemble this entire card. I think we can do it. But it is going to require a little concentration. This layer here. And our sentiment will be nice and dimensional and nice and sturdy. Because if you noticed, it has got some really intricate, oh goodness, really intricate little elements there. So I like to take the time to cut those extra pieces, and then it makes it nice and gives it some dimension. It makes it a little bit more sturdy as well. All right, there is that. So I need to decide what color cardstock panel I'm going to use. Pull the guy out of there. I'm if you have a feeling, I'm gonna go with this middle pink. Yep, I'm already got that figured out. We're going with the pink. I like it the most. All right, so let's grab the weird yellow. Yeah, I'm glad I did not. I'm glad I redid the panel. It may make us go a minute or so over, but I'm glad I redid the panel. It's a little more to my liking. Okay. Little bits everywhere. All right, I don't think I have any pre-made foam panels currently, so I'm just gonna have to use some foam tape. So let's grab my ridiculously expensive 3M foam tape today. I think the last time I looked at this, it was like 60 something dollars for the big roll. It used to be way less than that. So I try to use this as sparingly as possible, but I don't want to waste time creating my DIY full panels today, so we'll just go with it. I'm not even to the bling silence quite yet, Wendy, but I think I get a little bit quieter when I am trying to figure out the like assembling and where I'm going to put everything. All right, so there is background. Deb, we don't specifically have like a set that is for insides, but I think you could definitely use a lot of our sentiments on the inside of a card, um, for sure. So while we don't specifically make or have like a specific set for that, I think that we do have a lot of options. Would work. All right, so then these guys, I'm going to attach them at the bottom and just kind of pop them up and just kind of use these as a anchor point here. I could maybe even tuck this kind of in the back. That might be kind of fun. Let's see. Not completely sure. Maybe I will end up using all the pieces other than this guy. I don't think that guy's going to be used. That could be cute too. Thanks, Roberta. That someone else agreed that nixing the yellow was smart. I think we're going to put that little sentiment down in the corner there. So I know what I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have them like this. I'm not quite ready to put any foam adhesive at the top because I might be tucking stuff in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with just liquid glue. And we're going to glue down just the bottom of each circle first. Bottom here. Make sure it's nice and centered. And then this gives me time and I can go ahead and throw foam tape on there when I'm ready, but this is going to give me a little bit of time to be able to tuck things in, find the right design here, all of that fun stuff. Perfect. Great. Right. I know I want a little teapot. Oh, of course it's moving on me though. Stay. I know that glue hasn't set, but stay. So I think the teapot's going to go up a little further. Like that. That's cute. And we can put a little slice of lemon on the side of one of these, maybe right there. Okay. this guy back in the background. So it just kind of peeks out. Cute. And then this, I think, is just going to be a no. I'm not sure yet, though. Okay, feel good about this. Bear with me. We're going to get there. We're going to pop some stuff up with foam tape so it's a little bit more dimensional. I know it looks a little rough right this second, but I think we're going to be good. Okay. So let's go ahead. Yeah, add a little bit. Oh, thanks, guys. I think my comments stopped working on my phone. Let me refresh real quick. There we go. Okay. Perfect. I do actually really like the little honey pot kind of tucked back underneath, just giving a little peek. And then I don't waste it because I'm going to be honest, I know I said earlier, use it um, in a different card, but the honest truth is I probably wouldn't. So if I'm being completely real with you. Let's see. Grab a couple pieces here. Friends, I'm glad you're liking how it's coming together. Took a minute for me to get it kind of figured out, but I think I lost my piece of foam tape. Oh, no, there it is. Shoot. All right, now there we go. So now I might stick the teapot directly down and then pop the teacup up. So arrange that guy here. I'm going to add this. I put foam tape on the back of this guy. I know a cup of tea does sound really good now, doesn't it? And then this guy. Perfect. Oh, goodness. I just noted there's a little chat in there that I didn't get poked out. Get that guy out of there. Have a little lemon here. And I'm trying to decide if I want the little honey guy or not. I'm thinking the honey thing is just too much. So I think I'm going to leave it off. And now I'm just trying to decide if I want the steam or not. It is actually kind of cute. Kind of does complete my scene. I think by taking off the honey guy and adding this on, that is actually kind of cute too. I'm gonna let that simmer for a second while I get the sentiment glued down. All right. I actually kind of like this steam too. And it actually fills up that little area right here for me that seems a little empty. So I think I'm going to actually put the steam on. So let's see. Over there. And then a little glue up here. Thank you. I think it's cute snuck back there too. Like it's kind of big. And so I didn't want it to like completely take over the scene, but it is kind of cute, just kind of snuck in the back there. I agree. Yeah, I'm not loving the little honey guy. So the honey guy's staying off. It's just a little bit too much with all the others for me. Okay. Sorry, little honey guy. You're going in my little bowl that I keep all of my extra pieces in. Okay, let's put a couple of embellishments on it and then we're gonna call this good. Sorry, I had to grab the embellishments I wanted. These over. Okay. Go ahead and add just a couple things here and there. Not going to over embellish because there is a lot going on in this card with all the rose gold and all that fun stuff, but a couple things I think here and there will be nice. And Heather is going to announce the winner since I am going a little bit over, which is totally fine. So while I'm finishing my embellishing, let's say congratulations to Laura Knutson. You have won today's $15 gift card code. So Heather's given you all of the information on how to claim your prize. All you have to do is email me. My email is leah@pinkfreshstudio.com. There's no H on the end of my name. So it's just LEA@pinkfreshstudio.com. And I will get back to you I'll get back to you in 2 to 3 business days. And yes, Heather is jumping off. So I'm going to finish my card up here. I will land the ship, answer any final questions, and then I'll sign us off. But thanks for moderating for me today, Heather. I really appreciate it. All right. Oh, goodness. Little things everywhere here. And I got some glue on so let's just clean that up real quick. And that is my card for you today. A fun little pretty get well soon card, I think. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I think the little pearls were a nice little perfect touch too. And I do actually really like this theme. I'm glad I ended up adding it. Okay, let me get my camera switched around really quickly and I will answer any final questions if there are any and let you guys go for the day. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I, honest truth, I did not look. I am not sure if this week is a scrapbooking live week or not. So definitely be for sure to check that out. You can look on our live tab. Everything is pre-scheduled. And we also send emails and such on the day of. So um, that is everything that I have to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed watching my fun little tea-themed Get Well Soon card come together with all of the fun rose gold included. So that is everything that I have for you. I'm trying to think. I think next week is our combined sneak peek live for our March release. So definitely you'll want to look forward to that. Heather and I will be doing it together. And we're going to use the same products, but in different ways. So that is everything I have for you. Melissa is asking me how I store my completed cards. I just put them in bins for now. And then when I figure out where they're going, then I'll either put them in an envelope or I do have those clear bags that they can go in to stay protected. I do send some to my cousin Cassie. She has a couple of cute little stores in Montana, which I need to actually send her a replenishment. So good reminder. um, I send her some of the cards to sell in her little stores that she offers, and so I pretty much just keep them in bins until I know what I'm going to do with them. All right, friends. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm a little bit past my time, but thank you guys so much for joining me today. And We'll see you if we have a scrapbooking live this week. And hopefully we'll see you there. If not, we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, guys.